because I don't make a lot of music these days, but right before all of this happened, I bought this house, and I'd lived here for a couple years before. But as soon as we closed on the house, we pretty much went into pandemic mode, and my house started falling apart. So I've been real busy doing, and I really enjoy the projects and planning them out and doing the work. But that has kind of helped me to stay sane. And when I don't have something going on, I'm like, should I knock a hole in the wall? What should I rip apart next?
Put a hole in the wall just to patch it up.
Yeah, it's your house.
How's this insulated? What's it look like back in there? Can I stick a camera in there?
It's your house. You're allowed to
Ooh,
bust down all the walls if you want.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out, there's a hole in the wall in Genevieve's room, and I was like, man, I want to see like what's in this before I patched up, and I didn't think, stick my fucking camera in there.
I stick my camera in all kinds of weird holes, man.
Do you leave stuff for the next guy whenever you patch these holes up? Like,
I should.
you definitely should. How neat is it? How much do you enjoy it whenever you go to remodel something in your house and you find
a note
an old
or
Coke bottle?
Yeah.
Is that like customary? Because when I did insulation, when we would get drill holes in the wall, we'd find like old postcards and shit.
I think it is kind of just something that. I mean, I would do it. I've seen a lot of
leave some liquid death in the wall. An open can of liquid death just in the wall.
Whenever I was cleaning out Clark Street, I was a fiduciary of that estate and selling it. I found where somebody, and it wasn't me or my brother, somebody was throwing doobies in a hole in the brick, and it was coming out of the bottom. So when I was cleaning the whole place up, I moved a shelf or it was a cabinet that had been there my whole childhood, my whole life. When I moved it, there was just this cubby of doobies. So it was either my parents or it had been there since the 70s.
Ooh, man, that's rough. I haven't left anything back there, but I'm trying to be like this conscientious home maintenance guy. And the plan is in a few years, sell this house and do something different. So everything that I do is documented. Any place where a wall's been opened, I have a bunch of pictures. So if somebody needs to go back later and look and be like, okay, well, here's where that plumbing thing is. I got to worry about this thing there. And they'll be able to look at it all.
That's
or
smart.
even for myself, it'll come in handy.
That's smart, Steve.
This house from the 50s, or when was this?
Yeah,
built?
I think it was built in 54.
The wood paneling down here didn't give it away.
The lack of it being a century home is what
Yeah.
we're sitting in a basement right now that's not damp and musky.
Yeah, well, this basement's actually had a lot of work done on it. This wall is all new. New 15 years ago.
You can tell up till that point.
Right. You can actually see the difference in the block. The basement also has a French drain and sump pump put in that keeps it dry. It's been waterproofed. Thankfully, all that was done before me because those are bigger projects that I'm ready to tackle. But I guess the previous homeowner was my boss, and the previous homeowner before that, their like son-in-law came over, brought an excavator, ripped up the driveway, dug out this whole wall, and relayed it all in a weekend.
What?
He started on Friday, and by Monday there was new cement for the driveway. It was done.
I can barely even get laundry done over the course of the weekend. This guy's over here building half a house.
I need to call that guy just to have him do projects.
I mean, that's
Fuck.
wild.
I have to know what the thought process of that is, to be so, sure of what you're going to do and do it. Instead of thinking about it and being like,
That's scary.
It's just like, you just have to I'm going to do this thing, period.
I mean, that's probably like
Period.
all he does is like that kind of project. And like,
Well, he also built the back porch, this same guy. And over the summer, I replaced the ceiling on the back porch and did some new electrical out there.
Yeah.
And it's fucked. Nothing is straight. Nothing is square.
oh,
Does that make you worry about this wall?
I mean, it hasn't fallen on us yet. But, it's concrete. How bad can it be?
You get confidence in doing things. I mean, all right, I've taken digital electronics, industrial electronics. I've passed the National Electric Code course. I made that microphone that I gave to Bobby that has 6 soldering points on it. and I was afraid I was going to fuck it up. And then I did it, and now I'm like, well, why aren't I building guitar pedals and whatnot? It's, the confidence that you get of like, wow, I know how to do this. I've done this before. I just haven't done it in 8 or so years, and you do it one time, and it's like, well, I'm gonna go rip half the house apart now. And, stacking bricks, that's like Legos. I've been doing that since a kid.
That's really a lot of it is that confidence. I mean, I've been taking management classes. I'm in a business management program at LC. And one of the top traits that they say is necessary for being successful is self-efficacy. Do you believe that you can do the thing you need to do? And that's it. We have a hard time hiring at work. We finally have found somebody at my work. I mean, he's been there maybe a year, who can come in and be like, oh, there's something fucked up. I'll figure out how to get there. It might take me a day or two, but we can fix it. We've fired maybe 6 people since I've been there because they're like, can you tell me exactly everything that I need to do to get through here? No, you just got to figure it out. and that's a tough thing to have. But once you find it, then it grows. I remodeled the whole bathroom up there. I'd never considered, I'm going to remodel. Well, when the toilet was leaking and the whole floor was rotted out, what was I going to do about it? I hired somebody to come help. They made it worse. And at that point, all my plumbing was ripped out of the bathroom. I didn't have any more money to hire somebody again. So
you just fucking did it.
Figure it out.
It's like with me and the fence of the old house. I wasn't paying somebody to fucking do it. It was just going to be cheaper for me to just do it myself. So I just said, fuck it. And me and Egghead went and fucking
Egghead
just got all this shit and said, all right, let's fucking do this. And we did it and it looked great. It wasn't perfect, but fuck.
No, how many times would you have to do it before it got better? You do it once, the next time it'll be better.
Yeah. And it's not there anymore. Did I tell you guys about this?
No.
The fucking guy who moved into the house afterwards, instead of just mowing his own backyard, hired a landscaping company to come and mow his backyard.
It's not that big
so
of a backyard.
He ripped the fucking fence out.
What an idiot.
What does that have to do with mowing?
I don't think there was a gate, right?
There was 2 gates.
Oh.
But he has somebody with a big fucking like riding mower.
That
or a
backyard,
big fucking like stand-on riding mower.
just mow your fucking yard. That's not that big of a backyard. I don't understand why you needed to do that.
I don't know. It's some dude who works construction and shit too.
Oh.
So after his long, hard day of work, he can't mow his own yard. He's too busy taking care of other people's problems.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Whatever. It's his house.
I don't like cutting grass, man. If I had the option, I'd probably pay somebody.
I really enjoy cutting grass. I love going out and just mowing the lawn. I can fucking do whatever pattern I want.
I fucking hate it.
And that's why, like, we were talking shit about people fucking cutting designs into their yard the one day, and I was like, motherfucker, it's me.
I would do that.
I do
need
that.
to reseed my yard this year.
When do you start reseeding?
I think
midwinter.
I think March. I'm pretty sure is when I'm supposed to do it. I should have done it in the fall, actually.
Yeah.
Done it overseeding.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Home ownership. Oh joy.
I got some midwinter projects to do in my yard. I think I'll just get those done next month.
Because it almost is midwinter.
You should, from what I've read, you should prune most things in the middle of winter when they're at their most dormant.
Yeah.
Because if you prune things beforehand, they try to grow back, and then the winter fucking comes and fucks them all up, and you have weaker branches and weaker blossoms and everything. But if you do it in midwinter when they're dormant, they don't even try to come back until they're able to.
You have a lot of stuff to prune?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just prune mine with a lawnmower.
It's hard to prune a tree with a lawnmower.
Oh, I did have my trees done this year. That was a big deal. They brought a fucking spider crane and set it in my yard. They were here for 6 hours, 8 guys. It was insane.
Did I show you my my projects list?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Ooh. It's color coded.
Yeah.
What's your biggest project?
My biggest right now that I have to get done by, because everything's dated too. I can cross that out. It's either painting Genevieve's room or finishing the table with Steve.
Okay.
Because Steve and I.
Hey, that one's on my list too. I'm getting close.
This table in front of us or another
No,
table?
it's another table that Steve and I started building 2 years ago.
Only 2 years ago?
It's been a while. We started building this fucking table, and it is done. We just have to put it together. Like,
Yeah, it's been stalled for a while.
essentially, that's all it needs to be done. Is it needs to be put together and then oiled. And at this point, it's basically the ball's in my court because I just have to buy the fucking fasteners, which I have checked Home Depot, Lowe's, and Menards, and they don't have them. I have to buy them online.
You just
Yeah.
said balls and Menards in one sentence, and that is actually the project I am working on. the guy at the DC protest that shocked himself in the balls,
Mhm.
I have a painting of a sack and a stun gun that I've started working on 2 nights ago when it happened. So if anybody, this is a true project that is actually in the works. So if somebody wants a painting of a big hairy sack being hit with a stun gun, in all honesty, that is a project that I'm currently working on.
I
Wow.
saw something.
I want art, but I don't know if the wife will be okay with having that in the living room.
If you want my democracy, you'll have to take it from my cold dead balls.
It's like most art. I think I make it for myself. And it started as a joke about 10 years ago. Stuff had everybody always finds secret penises and stuff that I paint. There's always one somewhere on accident. And so now I just paint them.
I have something of yours from a long time ago. I'm going to have to go home and
Look at it. Almost everything except for the tie dyes, because that's hard for me to do.
Yeah.
But almost everything I've ever made art wise in the last 10 years has a secret penis in it somewhere.
I don't remember what it is.
I think that's today's episode. Title: Secret Penis.
Secret penis.
Secret
Penis with Steveny. It's better than Joe Pesci's penis at Steveny.
This is penis part 2. Some sort of penis.
Secret penis.
I don't know if it's there still or not. The gallery that was in downtown Elyria, the art gallery, when the Lorraine Arts Council had it, I donated a painting to them. And I was, younger. I was like, I'm going to catch this on fire. So I caught the painting on fire and it burnt a dick into the painting. And that's what started it all. And I don't know now that it's switched hands if it's still there or not. I haven't went in there in the last 8 years or so. But if there is still my painting hanging up there at the
there's a burnt penis.
Look at the burn marks on it. And I didn't even notice it. I had made it 4 years before I donated it to him. And it was afterwards that somebody sent me a picture of it and was like, did you do this on purpose?
Did you put this dick here?
And I was like, well, no, I didn't at all, but that is absolutely hilarious. And then I made a painting for somebody else and they were like, dude, you're doing this on purpose because there was another dick and balls on it. And so it was 2 of them before I started intentionally actually doing it, that my thing just was.
So the second penis was also unintentional?
Unintentional.
2 unintentional
I made
penises.
2, not just it, like chubs with balls. Both of them were full on everything, and none of it was intentional. One, the one that's at the council, I put fix-a-flat on the painting and then caught it on fire, and it just made a perfect dick and balls. The other one I was painting, and it had it, and then I made a painting for Blake afterwards.
Hello?
That was unnecessary.
That has a border of them.
We're running out of storage space.
Oh, fuckers.
It's not big enough for these balls.
I was thinking, sorry to interrupt, of getting
Anything's better than.
Sorry to interrupt your talk about cock and balls, but
you interrupted my cock sesh.
Let's get down to business.
I was thinking of ordering a terabyte or 2 of
space
of HDDs, or maybe, well, no, because it's really hard to find solid states that aren't just for like consoles. So,
well, we can figure that out after and see what you're looking to do.
Yeah, because I want
Steve's
one
got
for
the
my
skills.
I want one for my computer, and then we can probably just get one for this.
Okay.
I can ask Kate too. She did an awful bunch of research. We just bought a 2 terabyte one that came in 2 days ago. Like I said, we just switched over to we got the new Mac Mini, but it
Nice.
wanted more space. So especially for her doing DJ.
Is that an external?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.